Hello, kiddos. This activity is called maps. And what you are going to do is, using a metric ruler, so a ruler that has centimeters on it, and the scale, which is down here and very important, and the clues, you're going to figure out the names of the cities and write them on the map. So you can see around this figure A, B, C, D, and E with little blanks next to each of them. So each one of these points is a city. You're going to read these clues to figure out which point is which city. Now, like it said, we're going to be dealing with the scale and dealing with centimeters. So if you don't have a ruler out yet, get it out now. And you're going to read the clues and do some converting from centimeters into kilometers, which are what's represented on this map. So the first clue, for example, says the distance from Baylor directly to Greenfield is 160 kilometers. Well, if we look at our scale, it says 1 centimeter is 20 kilometers. So if 1 centimeter is 20 kilometers, how many centimeters would we need to get to 160 kilometers? Another way of looking at that is 160 is how many times larger than 20? Or 20 times what gets us 160? Did you figure that out? It'd be 8, right? 20 times 8 would be 160. So because we need to go 8 times larger our 1 centimeter rate of 20 kilometers to get to 160, we need to find a distance that is 8 centimeters long. Because if 1 centimeter equals 20 kilometers, 8 centimeters would equal 160. So this is where you'd get out your ruler and you'd start checking. Which one of these distances, straight line distances, directly to Greenfield, Baylor to Greenfield, is 160. Now I'm on the computer, so I can't get a ruler out and measure these because it's not to the right scale as yours. So I hope you can figure that out. Now once you do that, you'll narrow it down between 2 letters, right? But you're not going to know for sure which one's which yet. So let's just say hypothetically it's A and D. This line segment, AD, is 8 centimeters. If that were the case, you'd know one of them was Baylor and one of them was Greenfield, but you wouldn't know right now which one is which. You need to continue reading to figure that out. So the next one is the distance from Baylor to Orono is the same as the distance from Baylor to Fairfield. So I'd get my ruler out again and I'd figure out which 2 line segments are the same. And because Baylor is involved in both, to me that means Baylor is the point in between those 2 line segments, so they should be touching each other. So I'd get my ruler out and I'd have to check, but if I was eyeballing it, I think this AB line segment and AE line segment look pretty close. So if I were you, I'd check that. And if it was the case that AB and AE were equal, you would know which one Baylor is, right? Because Baylor would have to be a part of both of those line segments. So Baylor couldn't be B because there'd be no line segment from B over to E. So Baylor would have to be the one in the middle, I would think. So without a ruler, I'm wondering, you have to check this. I'm wondering if that means A has to be Baylor and D has to be Greenfield. That's what I'm wondering. You check that for me and then keep going. And then that's how all these are going to work. Always, always, always check the scale and make sure you're using the centimeter side of your ruler. Good luck. Do a good job.